Capital Radio 97.1 every Wednesday from 8 till 9 p.m. Entrepreneurs Moment. See what can be, not just what is.
This is Capital Radio 97.1 FM.
City of a country.
Capital.
A large sum of money invested in business.
Capital.
A major radio station whose investment is in you.
97.1 FM.
A very good evening to everyone tuning in tonight. This is Entrepreneurs Moment on Capital Radio 97.1. I am your host, Mame Boakyewaah Kokro. Last 2 weeks, we talked about having your book of ideas. Do you have it now? Please get your book of ideas because very soon we are going to have a promotion to ask you questions about what you have been putting down in your book of ideas. So get your book of ideas now with your pen or pencil and start writing. If you are outside Kumasi, you are live online on Capital 97.1 FM, capital971.com. And if you're on Facebook, live on Naomi Kokro. And if you are on Twitter, then join us with the hashtag Boakyewaah's Moment. Entrepreneurs Moment is sponsored by Hyperspace. Hyperspace, they say innovation, technology, synergy. Inca's Impact Foundation, shaping dreams. Eduwane's Project Management Consult. They say improving business efficiency with project management principles. Hello, I am Mame Boakyewaah. Join me on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah on Capital Radio 97.1 every Wednesday from 8 till 9 p.m. Entrepreneurs Moment. See what can be, not just what is.
Are you passionate about your business? Are you looking for a place to meet like minds? Are you looking for a place to set up your office with no worries of utilities, access to internet, fantastic environment with air conditioning, event space, training room, and easy access to transportation and a place to eat? Hyperspace is a perfect space for you, your team, and customers. Hyperspace is an innovation hub and co-working space in the heart of Adum, Kumasi. We provide state-of-the-art offices, event space, and training room. Hyperspace is passionate in building entrepreneurial and technology capacity. Join our free events to meet great and like minds. Visit our website to know more about our events. Item 13 and internet are available. We are located in Adum, Dovewa Village, opposite the STC Yard, next to UT Bank. Contact us today on 0322 000 806 and 0200 447 661. Visit our website today at www.hyperspace.com. Hyperspace, innovation, technology, and synergy.
In the heart of Kumasi, it's the heart of music. 97.1 FM, Capital Radio.
If you're on Facebook, forgive us for our video screening. We are having some challenges in the studio. If you are tuning, you are live on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah. 3 weeks ago, we discussed a topic here, how to turn your ideas into reality. We had a rep from Hyperspace and Corporate Vision Consult to help us discuss that. Now, after you have turned your idea into a concept, what's next? Paul Bryan says, it's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. So it's not just the will to win. Everybody wants to win. But then the preparation you put in to win. Tonight on the show, we continue with how to test your idea. You have the idea, you have the concept. How do you test it? How do you know that the idea is viable? The idea will sell. How do you know that people out there really want the solution that you are bringing onto the market? With me in the studios tonight, I have two fine gentlemen. I have Mr. David Asari Esiama of Agro Mindset. He is the CEO of Agro Mindset and the CEO of LifeInKumasi.com, Mr. Isaac Opuni Frimpong. My gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me start with Mr. Opuni. A brief introduction about you. Who is Opuni Frimpong?
Okay, thank you very much. And I would like to say a wonderful evening to all the listeners out there. I wish them all the best in their business endeavors. My name, as the hostess said, I'm Isaac Opuni Frimpong, a recent graduate of KNUST. I read BSc Civil Engineering. And I would say I'm currently on a break from engineering to pursue entrepreneurial ventures. I'm currently building my first company, that's the Opunimagic company, of which our flagship product is LifeInKumasi.com. Life in Kumasi is basically a platform that celebrates and promotes Kumasi, our culture, our stories, our heritage. So you can go to LifeInKumasi.com and read amazing and beautiful stories about the city of Kumasi, something that will make you laugh, sometimes it will make you cry, sometimes it will just inspire you. So basically, Isaac is a guy who had an idea and decided to take a shot at it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Isaac. Mr. David Asari Esiama, CEO of Agro Mindset. Okay.
Right. Well, I'm David, as she said. I'm a farmer and an entrepreneur. So I had a dream one time that I would do farming, maybe after years of public service when I take my pension money. Little did I know that by leveraging hard, I could begin this at 25. And this got me into another form of entrepreneurship, the real thing. So Agro Mindset is simply a mission-driven firm that is specialized in agri-business ventures. And our focus is to run highly profitable farm-based interventions and showcase this know-how to the private sector.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Asari. Just went off. Thank you, Mr. Asari. Okay, so agro mindset was just an idea that came into your mind. So after the idea, how did you know that people would really accept agro mindset?
Well, it's been an idea, it's been a dream, but then I started off doing advocacy, looking at the time where I was in school and having the idea to educate young people on the prospects of agriculture. I didn't just start to do farming. I mean, as little as I was, the dream was just to do advocacy, whip up the interests of young people, step on the toes of government where they are erring and making their mistakes, the private sector, kind of an awareness group or advocacy group. But then I realized that people wanted a demonstration. I realized that people wanted to see that it's possible, to do what I was talking about. So sometimes I went to schools to do my own outreaches, and the students will ask, are you a farmer or are you doing farming? I mean, forgetting that agric is a broad field. But then I listened to the taste of people and I realized I need to get serious with that. So when I realized I could do it, I managed to leverage on my human and social capital to be able to start something on my own.
Okay, so you went into schools and then you tested your idea. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is, AgroMindset started off as an advocacy group. I mean, a young guy that dreams of educating young people on the prospects of agriculture. So I go to schools to do outreaches. Now, people realize that I'm just the guy that is preaching something and not practicing it. Then I realized the questions that they were always putting at me was, are you a farmer? Are you doing farming? Then I looked at the broad field of agriculture. Which field can I go? Is it cassava farming? Is it plantain? I chose to do poultry because I could see money every day. I mean, chickens will lay every day. That was one. Two, I spent about 5 years doing mentorship or mentoring, learning to work under somebody. And I realized my field was poultry. So I decided to do it when I returned home.
Okay.
That got me into farming. I mean, people's perception about me, societal demands, shaped my concept about getting serious with the dream. And imagine if I didn't start farming, could I be going to every school just speaking to young people? And so what? Who cares about doing advocacy? And as a young man as I am, at a point I would want to make some money, and I needed to do the real thing.
Thank you, Mr. Sama. Mr. Frimpong, so life in Kumasi, when you had the idea, how did you know that people are really going to accept the idea? How did you test the idea's viability?
Okay. So what I would say is, as at the time I had the idea, I didn't know about the concept of testing ideas, or what I've come to know as validation. So I would say I just pretty much jumped in, and it was in the course of practicing that idea that I started discovering about testing your ideas. And so I reapplied what I was learning to it. Okay. And basically I realized that what the industry I'm into, which is blogging, is in itself a type of testing ideas. Because you realize that one main way of testing an idea is to get a platform, a group of people who you have direct access to, and pitch that idea to them and get some feedback from them. So in a way, what I was doing, which is blogging, was testing the idea. So basically I just got a domain name, I put out content on Kumasi out there, and I just let the people talk and tell me what they thought about it. And fortunately enough, I had some positive feedback. So at the very least, I got to know that people are interested in reading about Kumasi and Ghana on the internet from a certain angle. So I would say that step one of testing the idea was done, let me say unintentionally, because I didn't even know about testing ideas then. But thank God I know now. Okay.
So you started by just putting up the website and then getting feedback from people.
Exactly.
So you talked about positivity, that you got positive feedback.
Sure.
How did you know those comments were positive?
They commented directly on what I was writing. You see, someone will say good job, and then you wouldn't know what they're talking about. But when they go further to tell you what they liked about it, then you know that they actually read it and they actually know what they are saying. So it was more like they analyze what you put out there and then they give some specific feedback. So you have to look out for that as well. It's not like people like you, so they are trying to tell you what they like. but they actually give comments based on what you put out there. So if you are trying to sell a new type of drink, they tell you about the taste. Maybe they tell you that when they drank it, they could fly. That's just an extreme comment, but at least they give you feedback based on what the product is, not something in general, so that you can tell that they actually mean it.
Okay, let me continue with you. So aside that fact, that one step, what other steps did you choose? Or what other steps can be chosen in order to test your idea?
Okay, so I would say that definitely you should take the first step of, putting it out there. But you should also find out when you get an idea whether it actually exists. Sometimes you have a dream and then a vision will tell you that maybe go to Fernando Po, there's a seed called cocoa, bring it to Ghana and plant it and it will become the biggest cash crop. So you need to go to Google and search, is there truly something called cocoa? And if there is somebody in Ghana doing it? If nobody is doing it, that's step one of validation. You have an original idea. If somebody is doing it, you have to find a way to make yours better.
Okay.
If you're actually interested in bringing out an original idea. So I think that's a very important step. Search for it, make it better, and then get ready for the next step.
Okay. So, Mr. Esari, David Esiama, when you found out that, okay, now you want to go into poultry, what steps did you take to make it a reality?
Well, I spoke to some stakeholders. I spoke to, the big guys who were doing it, because that was the vision I had, to go big. But then I had to start small. I didn't own a piece of land then. I was just a normal guy who had just come out of school. So what I did was I rented somebody's abandoned structure. I had to renovate. And this is the point. I didn't have land to start farming, or I didn't have enough money to start farming. It did not mean I couldn't do farming. I rented somebody's structure. I leveraged on that to get me started. And based on the proceeds from the farm, I could afford to buy what I wanted to have as my future property. Yeah.
Okay. So you are live on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah. This is Capital 97.1 FM. We are sorry to our Facebook viewers for the video quality. We are having some challenges in the studio, but gladly you can hear us, so that is something else. If you are online, you are on capital971.com. This program is brought to you by EPMC, that is Edwin's Project Management Consult. Now, studies have shown that most employers are looking for employees with project management and leadership skills. Do you know why you can't get a job? Do you know why you cannot keep a job? Do you know how to get a promotion? You need project management and leadership skills. And I will recommend Edwin's Project Management and Leadership Skills for you, because they teach you for you to become employable, indispensable, and promotable. They are having a session starting from the 17th of June, every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I would say that you should register with them, because early bird gets a 15% discount. Just mention that you heard it on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah. Contact them on 020 079 1378. 020 079 1378. Hello, I am Mami Boakyewaah. Join me on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah on Capital Radio 97.1 every Wednesday from 8 till 9 p.m. Entrepreneurs Moment. See what can be, not just what is.
In the heart of Kumasi, it's the heart of music. 97.1 FM, Capital Radio.
Welcome back to the studios. It's 20 minutes after 8 p.m. and you are live on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah. With me in the studio is Mr. Opuni Frimpong, CEO of lifeinkumasi.com, and Mr. David Asari Esiama, CEO of Agro Mindset, and we are discussing how to test your ideas. So let me continue with you, Mr. Esiama.
Yeah.
So with all the steps that you were taking to test your idea and make your idea validated, what are some of the challenges you faced?
Well, I've said many times that the secret to running a successful business is to find the right man for the right job. That is the right human resource. Finding the right people to do work with is a big challenge in our part of the world because of attitudinal issues and trustworthiness. I started farming at a time where the city was really depreciating. It was a big hurdle. You go to the market on Monday to buy your stocks. By Friday, when you run out, there's been an increment in the pricing, and it was a big challenge. So what I did was I set up a logistics that was helping young farmers like myself to have effective links to market. So we bought in bulk, and that could help me. Recently, I realized the city was depreciating again. I mean, just when the new government took power, but then I couldn't feel it because of the essence of the logistics I'm talking about. Some of the oyster shells I use on the farm right now was purchased last year in bulk. So I'm able to go longer days or the extra mile with my stocks. So leveraging on that helped me to get over some of the shocks. Again, general biosecurity with that kind of industry, it's another thing, but there's a saying that where there is a will, there was a way. So looking at the amount of money, the time and effort invested in everything that we were doing, we had to leverage and do the right things, and it got us over.
Okay. Mr. Opuni, when you were starting life in Kumasi, what were some of the challenges you faced during starting your idea?
Okay. I would say the actual starting wasn't that challenging because getting into blogging is relatively easier. The challenge is actually growing it. And I would say in Ghana, the easiest way to grow a blog is when you do entertainment stories, purely covering celebrity stories and those things. Blogging about a city alone, as in zeroing in on a city like Kumasi, is a bit different. So I think the challenge was, it seems like every new article you write, you have to validate every single article. You have to test every new article you write. You are testing an idea in a sense. So that's a challenge because you have to really, you are creating new data. You are trying to find out the taste of people. So it's a challenge in the sense that you are creating something very new. And so there's no existing data that you can refer to that people in Kumasi like to read this kind of thing, apart from entertainment, which they already like. But so when you're writing about Kumasi, maybe do they like it when you write about Choba? Do they like it when you write about banks? What do they like? So every day is a new testing of ideas for me, I would say. So it's a fun challenge in a way. Sometimes you get hits and sometimes you do not. I would like to chip in here that there's a bit of a difference between when you're testing a new idea and when you are going into an existing market. So let's say if you are trying to get into the mobile money market, it's an existing market already, it's an existing product. So what you are going to do is a market survey. You want to know the particular area you are going to. Do people have the need for mobile money? Are they interested in it? So that one is a market survey. You are trying to find out existing data. You are trying to learn what is already there. And when it comes to validating or testing your idea, you are trying to create a new data. You are trying to find out something that nobody knows because your product is new. You are the first person to bring a contemporary drink to the market. So you want to know if people actually like this product. So it becomes a very new thing. So actually you have to now distill this idea into a product and then get a certain number of people, put it out to them. It's actually best when you try to sell it to them, make people pay money for it. When you manage to get, let's say, 10 people paying money for a product and get these same people buying it again, you have actually about 80% validated your idea when you get repeat customers.
Okay, so as an entrepreneur, I think somebody right now is listening to us. Someone has a concept and they want to bring it out, but they are confused. How do you really choose the best strategy to test your idea?
Okay, so I think I'll go over the points that we said. First, search for it. Does it exist? If it doesn't exist, you have an idea. If it already exists, improve it and make it your own.
Okay.
Second, get brutal and honest feedback. Show it to friends and family. Show it to people you don't know. Meet people in the street and pitch it to them and hear what they say. And don't be discouraged by negative feedback. Actually apply it to your idea and make it better. But if they point it to you that the idea will not work, study it and see. I watched a show, Shark Tank. Someone was pitching an idea, a Bluetooth headset that they actually have to surgically implant it in your ear. And I don't think anybody wants this. They have to cut open your head, put the Bluetooth in, seal it. When they have to upgrade it, they have to do another surgery. I mean, come on, nobody wants this product, so don't create a product nobody likes. So get that brutal and honest feedback. And then when you have achieved this, step 3 is to create an MVP, that's the minimum viable product. Take the little money that you have, it could be 300 CDs, and create a small version of the product and then push it out to people. It could be about 10 people, it could be 20 people, and see how they use it in their actual lives and see that whether it works, whether the idea you said you had, does it do to people what you said it does.
Okay, at that particular point, when you have that small money to push it to people, are you doing it for free?
No.
Or you will sell?
It's a business, so you should sell it because you are trying to validate it.
Okay.
Of course, if you give it to people for free, they will take it and then they may give you feedback. So that's also important. At a point in time, you're going to have to give it to people for free. But at a point in time, it's very important in your journey of validation to sell it. If it is a business, you want to be able to know that people will pay money for it. Okay. And very importantly, you need the same people to buy it again, because repeat customers are the heart of every business.
Okay, the same question to you, Mr. Asare. So, how do you choose the best strategy to test your idea?
Well, I think this question is very, it depends on the person and what you are doing. You know, looking at the stereotype with the farming industry or the agric industry, looking at the changing aspirations of young people, you know, regardless of the increased commitment by governments and stakeholders to engage youth in agriculture. I started off by doing lots of branding and PR. And I've always known that people will always eat. And when you do farming and you do it right, you engage more markets or have effective links to market that is selling more. Although you face issues like with commercialization, that includes increasing factors of engagement. I had to build trust with people that supplied me stuff, you know, my inputs. I had to build trust with them such that even when I'm in shock, they can help me get up again. So beyond the branding, I didn't start a trading company before going to do the branding. I did my branding. So should I need some kind of assistance from anybody because of the credibility, because of the reputation, I'm sure I get what I want. So it's making me move seamlessly through the challenges that I'm facing. So I did lots of PR and branding before getting practical with that. It's because of the stereotypes with my kind of industry. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you are live on Capital Radio 97.1 FM. I'm in the studios with Mr. Asare Esiama, CEO of Agro Mindset, and Mr. Oponi Frimpong, CEO of Life in Kumasi. And this is Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah. Hello, I am Mami Boakyewaah. Join me on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah on Capital Radio 97.1 every Wednesday from 8 till 9 p.m. Entrepreneurs Moment. See what can be, not just what is.
Are you passionate about your business? Are you looking for a place to meet like minds? Are you looking for a place to set up your office with no worries of utilities, access to internet, fantastic environment with air conditioning, event space, training room, and easy access to transportation and a place to eat? Hyperspace is a perfect space for you, your team, and customers. Hyperspace is an innovation hub and co-working space in the heart of Adum, Kumasi. We provide state-of-the-art offices, event space, and training room. Hyperspace is passionate in building entrepreneurial and technology capacity. Join our free events to meet great and like minds. Visit our website to know more about our events. Item 13 and internet are available. We are located in Adum, Dovewa Village, opposite the STC Yard, next to UT Bank. Contact us today on 0322 000 806 and 0200 447 661. Visit our website today at www.hyperspace.com. Hyperspace, innovation, technology, and synergy.
Right station for the right people. Carry the radio. Rocking the Garden City.
31 minutes after 8, and this is Capital Radio 97.1 Entrepreneurs Moment with me, Mami Boakyewaah. We are live here with Mr. Opuni Frimpong and Mr. David Esiama, and we are discussing testing your idea. You already have the idea, you have the concept drawn out. How do you test it to know that the idea is viable? So, Mr. Opuni, let me ask you, in your field, life in Kumasi, there is somebody out there who is thinking about going into blogging, doing an online business, and the person already has the idea. They don't know what to do. I think the idea is just on a paper. They've drafted everything out. What will be your advice to that person, and what should the person go through in order to reach where you have now?
Okay. All right. So I would say the person can contact me. I'll show you exactly what to do, lifeinkumasi.com. But I want to point you to a resource. Search for blogging resources on Google. And then take note of these names, search for them. They are very good resources in terms of blogging and entrepreneurship in general. So that's Pat Flynn, PATFLYNN. They are very good. And then Ramit Sethi, RAMITSETHI, Ramit Sethi. And then also you want to check out Gary Vaynerchuk. Just try and spell it. Google will correct it for you. Gary Vaynerchuk. They are very good in terms of idea validation, online business, and entrepreneurship in general. Basically, if you want to work in the online world, you have to be sure that it's a tough place. You need to know what people want to read. You need to be able to write well. Be willing to get feedback and apply it to your writing. You don't play with your grammar. And then you want to make sure that you have something on the side that is supporting you, because it will probably grow slowly. And so you want to be able to have a main business, and then you have the blogging on the side, and you're pushing it into it, and then eventually you'll grow. Okay.
Very soon we will open the phone lines, and I would like to encourage young CEOs out there or people with ideas and concepts. When we open the phone lines, please, when we activate the phone lines, please call in and ask all your questions, because I have great resource persons here. Ask them all the questions. David tells me he's ready to answer all questions here and even outside of the studios. So when the phone lines are activated, please call in and ask your questions. So David, I'll ask you the same question. In the field of agric, specifically poultry, there is somebody out there who wants to go into what? They just have the idea on paper. How do you advise that person?
Well, the Bible said one thing, that there's nothing new under the sun. Whatever comes to your mind has been on somebody's mind before. So whatever you try, I believe somebody has tried it before and failed. Others are succeeding. Usually, we tend to look at the people that are succeeding and we draw to them. But then it's important to know people who have failed, and you learn from them and their mistakes. I believe that I've made lots of mistakes. I mean, I'm not very old, but then I've made very costly mistakes, and I'm proud I made them. I own them, you know. So find out who is doing it, who has done it. Weeks back, a couple called me and said he wanted to do poultry. Then I asked them, do you have the kind of money? And it looks like the guy is going to jump off his job, jump off the cliff and get into entrepreneurship. And I said, no, you have a family now. If everything fails, you put your family in peril. Rather, find another way of doing it. And the next thing is to prepare. I have this belief that a prepared enemy is more powerful than a wicked one. And you can't go beyond what you are prepared for, you know. It's by grace. I happened to build my new farm in a matter of 6 weeks. I mean, so much went into it. I was prepared for that, you know, emotionally, to go through all the turbulence, financially, to go through all the stuff. I mean, the bankruptcy and all that. I was prepared for that. And I believe preparation will let you go further. And people should not box themselves. Sometimes you think sharing your idea, somebody might steal it. Look, nobody will steal the idea.
Are you sure?
Seek help. You see, there's a little bit of ideas that will remain with you. I mean, you don't just go and show everything to people, but then I have an idea of, let's say, selling Gary to the European market. I called a friend and said, David, the European market is choked right now. Why don't you look into Dubai, for example? If I had not shared it with him, I would have gone on with, you know, finding a shipment with, you know, addresses and all that in the European zone and all that. But then because I shared with somebody who knows so much, the person could just cut off the excesses and help me focus on what I have to do. I shared it with my MP, said, David, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. And it helped. And I believe that people shouldn't box themselves. Once you have an idea to go to school to start an IT firm, there is another guy who's done it and failed. Look for that guy, speak to that guy, and get the right information that you want.
Okay, thank you very much. Your live on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah. The phone lines will be activated very soon, and I would encourage you to please call in and ask all your questions when the time is, when we are on. Thank you. This program is sponsored by Edwayne's Project Management Consult. And as I said, Edwayne's is organizing a project management and leadership session from the 17th of June, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You have to become employable, indispensable, and promotable. So you need to call Edwayne's and attend their project management and leadership classes. Call them on 020-079-1378. 020-079-378. Call Edwayne's now. Edwayne's Project Management Consult, improving business efficiency with project management principles. Back to the studios, and as I've been saying, the phone lines will be activated very soon. The numbers are 032-202-9010. 032-202-9010. Another number is 032-202-9040. 032-202-9040. In a matter of 2 minutes, the phone lines will be activated. So I'm back to the studio, Mr. Opuni. Tell me, now we are back to what you guys do, because this program also promotes young entrepreneurs in Kumasi. What is Life in Kumasi all about?
All right, thank you. Lifeinkumasi.com is a blogging and content platform. We want to promote Kumasi. We want to showcase everything about Kumasi, our culture, our royal heritage, our beautiful stories, the people here, achievers. So whatever that you're doing in Kumasi, as long as it's significant, we want your story on lifeinkumasi.com.
Okay, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Oh, sorry, lost that. Okay, please go on.
All right. So we are found online at lifeinkumasi.com. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. You can find us there, interact with us. Actually, I want you to go to lifeinkumasi.com. Everything I'm talking about, you see it there. So take your phone right now, go to lifeinkumasi.com and experience it for yourself. We want to build a community around the awesomeness of Kumasi. That is what we are doing.
Okay. The phone lines are activated and you can call in 032-202-9010. 032-202-9010. Another number is 032-202-9040. 032-202-9040. Call in and ask my guest all your questions about how to test your idea. Mr. Siama, what do you do at AgroMindset?
Well, I said earlier, it's a mission-driven firm that is specializing in agribusiness ventures. So basically, the logistics is helping us have effective links to market. I'm bringing electricity to our area because of the few farmers around.
We have a caller. Hello, good evening. Okay, we lost that one too.
It's due to the logistics. We have an initiative called Farmlands Ghana, where...
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and where you are calling from?
Eric Boakyewaah, calling from Boakyewaah.
Your name?
Eric Boakyewaah.
Eric Boatin.
Please, can I speak to you?
Yeah, you can. Oh, Kachi.
Okay. Let me say, there's me carpenter before. Now, me addition said the market. Now, maybe the contact now there. But the person beside the phone says, a good self-starting business is not loan, and now this are edition. A blower starting a tumor. That was our connection.
Okay, David will take that.
Okay.
Well,
Kachi.
Carpenter, the American say, a jume biano, obey kakran sana, when ya sikana, when ya mfaso. A bay say, ube rely on savings kakra wo, and more beer, abia or year, and I wouldn't be dibemau. No one starting me drew baby a sika bemuno. A honor bit makojilo na expansion. Because don't forget, so why the na now about testy. The fact that now she will be as the fact that now you be in Chester will be me aye. And see, and your papa so bejilo and their start here Juma. If Philia, when you be guas, you bet also.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Your name and where you are calling from?
Good evening, I'm Sherry.
Sherry?
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'm Sherry Daniel.
Oh, my Sherry. Sherry, what's your question?
My question is it always that you have to talk to people? I have an experience. I talk to some people wanting them to help me in doing something that I'm about doing. And like 2 people, they discouraged me. And the second question is it always advisable to test, as you said, test whatever you are going to do? You know, you live in a society and a community. Maybe it's not good at that place, and you will test and there'll be a negative feedback. And someone, you feel somehow you don't want to go into it again. So that's my 2 questions. I'll come with the third one. I've forgotten about call.
Okay, we'll be waiting. Okay, David.
Right. You see, you have to talk to the right people. Some will encourage you, some will discourage you. I mean, when I was starting farming, for example, somebody looked at me and said, young man, you can't do it. But then I had seen a young man who started with just some 1,000 beds, now has 20,000 beds. I saw the possibility in that. Always test your idea because it's a new venture. Even if it's a borrowed idea, you have to test it and always speak to the right people.
We will come back for you to answer. Okay, go on.
Yeah, always test your idea, always speak to the right people. I mean, I have said again that the secret to running a successful business is finding the right man for the right job. The right job may be asking of him of information. That may be his job, and you have to find the right man. Some will discourage you, some will open you up to opportunities.
Okay. Hello, good evening. Okay, the second question that Sherry asked, Oponi, take that one. She said, is it always advisable to test your idea?
Okay, I will say yes. And then I will say that the fear of discouragement should not put you off. And this is what I mean. When you say test your idea, it is not you going out there and asking people that, do you think this is a good idea? No. When you get the idea, create a product from the idea. This is not to say invest everything you have in it, but rather, when you have an idea, it's just a concept. Materialize it in a form. So I mentioned MVP, minimum viable product. If you can do that, do it. So if it's a drink idea that you have, at least create a bottle of it. And then let people give you feedback on the product. Don't ask them about what do you think about this thing I thought about. People may discourage you then. So try as much as possible to turn your idea into something physical, and try to get people from a diverse range of your target market and ask them for direct feedback, and it will be a good idea.
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Steve.
Steve.
I'm calling from Accra, yeah.
Okay, Steve from Accra. Your question?
Yeah, Madam Dictator.
I'm fine.
Yeah. One, this is Steve, I'll confirm. Yeah, I have a question for you guys. What do you have to test about agriculture? Because we all know in farming, and like farming has been there since. So what's there to test about agriculture? And talking of testing, I've had this idea. I'm also into farming, asking about standardizing our products, as in how the quantity, as in 100 kg, 200 kg instead of these bags. But how viable is it going to be? As in, I still don't get it. As in, you testing your idea, how viable are those changes? How is the market going to react? How are they going to accept these changes? Yourself, for instance, if you are to buy one bag from somewhere else and then I'm giving you 100 kg, which is less than the usual bag, how are you going to accept it, knowing that eventually, even if you standardize these things, it's going to be okay? How are you going to accept it?
Thank you, Steve. You can also send your questions via the Facebook page, Naomi Kokro. We will read your questions for our guest here. Okay, Opuni will take the first one, and David, you will take the second one.
Okay, so the caller asks about...
Steve. He was called
Steve asks about what is there to validate about farming. I want to chip in something about David's startup. You know, I was on campus, KNUST, when I heard about agro mindset, and David mentioned branding. He built a platform for agro mindset before he even went into farming. So, Steve, the idea is not always about, the fact that poultry is old. So what is new about poultry? It's about how you present it. So maybe the idea that you had was that, yes, I'm going to be selling poultry products, but I'm going to be doing it through a platform of mind change. I want young people to know that they can also go into poultry farming. So therefore, it's all about building a platform that inspires through poultry. So right now, the validation of the idea is not just, do people want to buy eggs? Do people want to buy chickens? It's, can I inspire young people by building poultry farms? And that idea is supposed to be validated. And David did a brilliant work on that through branding, building a platform, and then building the farms. And I'll encourage every young person out there to take personal branding and corporate branding very seriously.
Okay, David.
Well, Stephen, I remember the voice. I recall the voice. I think he was my classmate.
Oh, okay.
Well, everything I'm doing at Agro Mindsets is geared towards education. Whether the farms, whether the logistics, the academy, is towards education. And then you sell more to people by educating them, not just by selling more to them. Now, with the issue of standardized and standardization, you see, if you bring a bag of maize to my farm and it weighs 150, and you bring another bag to my farm that weighs 120, and you know that the average bag of maize is 130 kilos, we find the average between the 150 and the 120 kg, that is 270. So it's more of 2 times that of the 130 with an extra 10 kg, and you are paid for that. Now, if you are selling, you see, there is something we call strategy. And in strategy, we have the blue ocean and we have the red ocean. You have to create another niche market aside the mainstream one. Everybody sells to the poultry farmers at 130 kg. So if you are bargaining at 50 kg, you have to look for a new market. And I know people that are willing to buy the 50 kg for an amount of money. When you go to Offenso and Adra and all those places where they sell maize, now the farmers are learning to bag maize into 50 kg and they sell it for 50 kilos. So even if the price of maize falls, they are not going to lose because it's a standardized something. It's a standardized system. And that is what the new guys must learn. Getting the right kilo for the right amount of money.
Okay, you can call into the studios and ask your questions on the numbers 032-202-9010, 032-202-9010, and 032-202-9040. So I think before the questions came in, you were telling us about agro mindset, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so go on.
So all that I'm doing as a founder is geared towards education. looking at the logistics we are running to have farmers to have effective links to market, looking at the online academy where people can learn agric for free. We negotiated with some chiefs for about 5,000 acres where we can sell to the corporate class. And this is the strategy. We realized that a lot of people are getting into farming, but it's not something that they learned in the traditional classroom. It's a passion that comes from elsewhere. So I'm a banker. I want to own a piece of land. What do? We have negotiated for some 5,000 acres of land off of Finsbury Road, where the corporate class and the middle class can have access to that. It's a new concept that is coming up. It's a brilliant concept. So people get to manage your farm for you, and we get to do the costing and all the structural arrangements.
Okay. So, Mr. Opuni, Peter Kwame Chey asked this question. He says, is life in Kumasi monetized? If yes, how long did it take you to cash in, and how hard was it?
Okay.
Did you get the question, or
Sure,
I should read again?
I got it.
Okay.
Yes, it is monetized. The main form of monetization is through Google Ads. So for those who want to go into blogging, advertising is usually the easiest and fastest way of making money through a blog. And basically, I started monetizing right from my first year. You have to apply with Google, and they'll give you a code, you post it on your site, and you start getting money based on the traffic that you get. I'll say it's still a challenge because you need to get a higher level of traffic, but so far so good. So yes, it is monetized and it is going on well. Thank you for the question.
Okay, so you can join us on 032-202-9010, 032-202-9010, and 032-202-9040, 032-202-9040. Keep trying, and we will get your questions. My personal question to you guys. So I know that when you want to test your ideas, you can use market research. Some employ or get in touch with market research companies for them to do a market research, actual market research, where they develop questionnaires and all that and go into the market to really ask questions about their products. What do you think about that? And what is your view on that?
Okay, well, I believe that if you're in a position to employ market researchers to go into market and do all that, then perhaps you don't even need these steps because you are a big corporate firm already. So I think once you have the resources to do that, you should do it. Even if you're a one-man operation and all you have is an A4 sheet that you can photocopy and give it out to people to get their feedback, you should do it. By all means, you should get the knowledge on the ground. And as I said, if the market you're going into, there's some existing data, as in the product is not 100% new, and so there's some existing data that you should know, yes, you should learn everything that you can about it. I made an example with mobile money. If you want to go into mobile money, it's not a 100% new product. Maybe you are trying to do mobile money in a new way, but get all the information that you need to know about mobile money. Get to know the needs of the people in that area, how they respond to mobile money, and then make sure that at least there are no surprises from that angle. Okay,
David, market research.
What has it done?
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I realized, sorry. So, as a new person coming up with their idea, do you think that market research is really important for the person to take?
Well, it's very important.
Okay.
Ideas, I believe, should be innovative. The innovativeness is about the newness of it, because you can't do the old thing in a new way. And I believe there is something called destructive construction, and this is about competition. I mean, there's so much competition when you start an idea or when you get it off the ground. And I believe that the market will tell you the demands of it, whether you get money for it, and whether there are people in the system already. I believe you have to look into economic viability and its scalability. I talked about having rented somebody's abundant structure and started farming. It was to test it. If I failed, I would have done something else with my money.
Okay.
But then it worked for me. I was inspired. I saw people that inspired me. I met one man. He has about 80,000 beds, and said, David, forget about even drugs. This is better than that. And whatever that you are doing, if it's affordable, if it's available, if it's acceptable, the market research will bring all these things out, and you can know what you're about.
Okay, so this is Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah, and by now I know Katie's Clinic and Boutique, they have tuned in and they are listening to us. If you want a facial treatment for your face to be like a baby, just go opposite Jofel, the same building as Bread Boutique, and you will find Auntie Katie to help you with all your facial blemishes, and then she'll make your face smooth as a baby. This program was also sponsored by Space. Are you looking for a space for all your events and workshops? Then I recommend Space for you. Space organizes entrepreneurs meetup at second Thursday of every month. Don't miss it. Second Thursday of every month, 5:30. Space is located at a Doom opposite the STC yard in the same building with GN Bank. Contact them on 0244 601311. Space, innovation, technology, synergy. Hello, I am Mami Boakyewaah. Join me on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah on Capital Radio 97.1 every Wednesday from 8 till 9 p.m. Entrepreneurs Moment. See what can be, not just what is.
Are you passionate about your business? Are you looking for a place to meet like minds? Are you looking for a place to set up your office with no worries of utilities, access to internet, fantastic environment with air conditioning, event space, training room, and easy access to transportation and a place to eat? Hyperspace is a perfect space for you, your team, and customers. Hyperspace is an innovation hub and co-working space in the heart of Adum, Kumasi. We provide state-of-the-art offices, event space, and training room. Hyperspace is passionate in building entrepreneurial and technology capacity. Join our free events to meet great and like minds. Visit our website to know more about our events. Item 13 and internet are available. We are located in Adum, Dovewa Village, opposite the STC yard, next to UT Bank. Contact us today on 0322 000 806 and 0200 447 661. Visit our website today at www.hyperspace.com. Hyperspace, innovation, technology, and synergy.
2 minutes to the end of the show. Last comments. Testing your idea. Mr. Opuni.
I want to say that testing your idea or validation is not an abstract idea or concept. It could be the difference between having an idea remain in your idea book for a decade and starting a business today. When you don't validate your idea, you may think it is too big and so you will never do it. But when you validate it and you see that there's a demand for it, you could start your company today. So take that first step, run a Google search, see that it's new, and then launch your business today.
Okay, very short.
Right. Nobody should tell you what you should do, what you can do, and what you can do. I believe that everyone can be the engineer of his own life. Secondly, I will encourage everybody to eat eggs. The old, the new, men
Proteins.
and women. I mean, get to eat eggs. They are very good.
Okay, thank you so much, my wonderful guest, Mr. David Asariasiama, CEO of Agro Mindset, and Mr. Opuni Frimpong, CEO of lifeinkumasi.com. Thank you very much, my wonderful listeners and callers, my Facebook viewers, and my number one producer, MBY. Thank you to our sponsors, Incas Impact Foundation, Space, and Edwin's Project Management Consult. This is my final words. Devote yourself to an idea. Go make it happen. Struggle on it. Overcome your fears. Smile. Don't forget, this is your dream. And as I end the show, I say be a boss, date a boss, build an empire. This is Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah on Capital Radio 97.1. See you next week. Hello, I am Mami Boakyewaah. Join me on Entrepreneurs Moment with Boakyewaah on Capital Radio 97.1 every Wednesday from 8 till 9 p.m. Entrepreneurs Moment. See what can be, not just what is.